So, firstly, I'm sorry that I didn't upload a video yesterday. I was doing pretty good in terms of my upload rate, but I didn't actually do a recording session on Friday, Saturday, nor did I do it on my weekend, and thus, I didn't have a pre-recorded session to draw from for a video, which originally the plan was to do this video today because I was hoping that they would do the same thing where they released the patch notes and I can go over the patch notes and the win rates again. But I don't think that they did. I'm going to check at the end, but it might just be the win rates. And then like us comparing it to my tier list. But yeah, it was supposed to be a God Goku video because I wanted to show off God Goku and how they nerfed him, but it really didn't do anything. And that was supposed to be yesterday's video, but Sunday is my bad day. I go into work super early compared to every other day that I go into work, and then I don't get off until really late. So it's just a struggle if I don't have pre-recorded stuff. I usually try to have it where I will pre-record something and then come back and I will edit it and then have it scheduled. But I just didn't have the time this week. So I missed a day and I apologize for that, but rest assured, I will have constant videos for at least the next 5-ish days, which I think that's a pretty solid amount of videos to be looking forward to. But, anyway, let's get into this. So, obviously, this is for matches of A rank and above, so this is going to be more of the actual people playing it and not just bots and newcomers and stuff, people who are actually grinding ranked. I myself have not reached A rank yet. I've just been playing other games. The Doom of the Dark Ages DLC just came out and that's been fire. And my friends have a Minecraft server that I've been doing, but I don't do any recorded content for any of that because, I don't know, I just feel like I want to hyperfixate on one thing for my channel for now. Maybe I'll branch off eventually, but I think for now we will just continue with Gekishin content. But obviously, you have the hero pick rate on this side and then their win rate. Obviously, some of the people who are picked higher might have overinflated win rates, so that their win rates will probably be lower because of the sheer amount of people playing them. But still, let's just take a look. So in the top of the hero pick rate, to no surprise, the top three are top Krillin and Beerus. Beerus makes sense. He's the new character. He's very popular. And everybody wants to get their hands on him. Everyone wants to try and see how good he is, see what they can do with him. And then top works really well with Beerus right now, so that also makes sense because they have so much synergy together. And then on top of that, top is low key probably top 3 best TPS in the game. Krillin also makes sense because the buffs were too much. He does too much damage. He just offers too much to the team right now. So, he's just in a very, very good spot. So I'm not surprised by any of these three. I am surprised that Bulma has a high pick rate, uh, like at fourth highest. I didn't think that she was very popular, but I guess she is very good. So I mean, being meta does help, I suppose, your pick rate, especially now that she is officially free to play. Um, so good for Bulma. Happy to see that she is at least getting some love. Kefla's up. God Goku is unfortunately still up because he is still broken. Another top 3 DPS. Baby's also up. Um, Majin Buu is no longer in the 5 percentile range. Broly still pretty high. But let's look at the who's at the low end. Um, the Gammas are not being played, but that's no surprise. They're just not good. They need something. Uh, Daima Goku is really low. Kid Goku is pretty low. That's interesting to me. I think that Kid Goku is pretty good, but I suppose that he is still bugged. That's probably why he's not being played as much. He's a character that just isn't, like, he's kind of broken, but not in the way that he's overpowered, but in the bad way where, like, he just doesn't work properly sometimes. So that's frustrating. Because I think that he should at least be, like, up here, but, like, I don't know. I think Kid Goku's one of the most fun characters in the game, so the fact that he's, like, the third least picked character is kind of crazy. Like Piccolo and Frieza first form are both higher than him. Zamasu's higher than him, and all three of those characters are like dog shit. But all right, but while Top and Krillin and Bulma are all like picked a lot and considered like best in game, they are not at the top, as you can see over here. Bardock, 56% win rate. It makes sense. He is like second best tank in the game. He's the only tank that actually is a tank in terms of like being able to take damage. He's not very difficult to play. His skill 1 can be used 3 times. His skill 3 has a stun and it has the ability, like it has no obstruct, so you can get out of different situations, while also being able to use it as a tool to enter different situations. Like it has a lot of versatility. His skill 2 may not be what it used to be, but still, the fact that you can cancel it after, they try to attack you for a second and then you just cancel it. You can start being some ass. Oh, sorry, I just woke up. And then his ultimate, they buffed it, has decent damage. It's really good for getting people off a tower so that you can then tap tower. He just never dies. Like, it makes sense that he has like a really high win rate. Kefla, I shouldn't be surprised because I think that I put her in like the top 3 best DPS in the game, and I do agree with that. But I didn't think that her win rate was going to be this high because, like, I don't know. I figured that more anti-vanish characters were going to be prevalent, and that they would take her down. But it seems like she's doing pretty well for herself. 56% win rate. Like that's incredibly high. She's always floated in the S tier range. She's never fallen out of like being good. So I'm not surprised that like they add a divine draw that favors her. They make it so that people don't have defense steps, so her ultimate actually melts, and like they just make it so the game benefits her and like she automatically like shoots up. I'm not surprised. I think that she probably needs a nerf, but not a heavy nerf. I don't think her passive needs a nerf. I would just say like, I don't know, maybe she doesn't. Maybe just a cooldown nerf. That would probably be the best one. Yeah. Trunks is on the ups, it seems. I mean, he's just a very good character. He has been for a while, but like, he benefits as well from like defense step just being not great. So just overall defense been down. Bulma, I'm not surprised. Kale is crazy. I'll probably have to make a. I should have made a Kale video sooner. I've been meaning to do it, um, but like, there's just been so many other videos, and like, I probably made a couple too many Krillin videos. But everybody that I want to play with, for the sake of, like getting into group queues, don't want to play technical or tank, so I usually end up getting stuck on those two roles. It's crazy. Everybody wants to play DPS. But I understand. Um, Frieza first form still has like super high win rate, which is crazy at A rank and above. But he's just a cheesy character, so it makes sense. Like, he's not good. Like, you can play around him, and like, he has presence. Like, he has boss presence, he has defensive presence, like he has tower presence. He has all of this stuff for his ultimate, but that's all he really has. His ultimate's very good, and the rest of his kit is not. And that's kind of what holds him back from being a good character. But his kit allows him to have a high win rate because he's cheese. He just allows you to rat, he allows you to defend. He provides value to the team, but the moment that people know how to counterplay him, he just falls off. But as you can see, like, Top's still not even in the top 10. Top 10. Krillin's still here. I mean, he's 51%. He's above 50, so that's good. But it's probably just overinflated. There's probably just a lot of people playing him that have never played him before. So I'm not surprised that it's kind of low, but like, I do think it should be higher considering how good he is. I think that means that he's not going to get nerfed, which is crazy because like, he definitely needs some cooldown nerfs, at least on his mines. I think how often you can put the mines out is just kind of crazy. Super Saiyan Goku fell off a decent amount. Like, his win rate dropped by like 5%, so that's good. God Goku is also sitting at about 51%. Vegeto's officially below 50%. I don't think he was before. So that's interesting. The Gammas seem to be up. They're not as low as they used to be. But I'm trying to see where Top is. Oh. God of Destruction Top sitting at a 48% win rate. I think that is probably due with like 10% of all of the people in A rank playing him. Like, of course, like, if less than 5% of those people are winning, like, it makes sense. I don't think this is indicative of how good he is. I think it's just the amount of people playing him. But it is surprising that it is this low. Because that's still less than half of those 10% are like losses. But still. Like, I don't think that like seeing this is like truly indicative of where a character is. But it is still interesting to see where the player base is. Like, it could be like, depending on it, like, it could be, I feel like the less people play a character at the high ranks, the more indicative of that character's skill in terms of, or tier in terms of, what am I trying to say? The less people play a character in high ranks, the more indicative the win rate is of where their tier is. Son Goku Youth, he's still sitting around the same spot. I think that a character isn't noticeably bad until they fall below like 45%. Because you should still be winning like half your games, like with most characters in the game. Frieza, fourth form, like this. Okay, this is a prime example. Frieza, fourth form. He's a very good character. I would put him in the top echelon of technicals, but he's only good if you're playing in a 4 stack and can actually utilize callouts. Baby Youngbody, 41% win rate. I think Baby Youngbody is probably like a top 3 best tank right now. But he only has a win rate of 41% because his kit is just like, it's very much reliant on his team. Like, these are both characters that are like, they're good, but they they don't require you to be good. They require your team to be good. They require your team to capitalize off of you. So like, if you're solo queuing with these characters, most of the time you probably are gonna lose. Like, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way of it. Like, these characters very much want you to play with a team of people that like can communicate with you. Let's see. And then obviously we have the new boy, Beerus. 39% win rate. That is crazy. It's not surprising though. He's new for one. So people don't really know how to play him to the best of their ability. 2, he's not the easiest to play. 3, he seems like he just melts, like even if you play him with defensive builds. And then 4, his kit is bugged. Like, sometimes you just don't get the reset. It's the same bug that Kid Goku has. Actually, now I'm looking at it. This was Gohan Kid. Where's Goku Youth in terms of pick rate? He's at 2%. Okay, so he is pretty high. Probably have to cut. Nah, I'll leave it in. My mistake. Like I said, I just woke up, but like he's up here. He's up here. But unfortunately, I still had a 48% win rate, so he's all right. I take back everything I said about Kid Goku. I still think that he's pretty good. So I do think he should still be higher, but like, his win rate is also not the highest. But that also makes sense. Like, I don't know. He has good secure. He provides a lot to the team. But back on Beerus, like, he just has the same exact bug as Kid Goku, where sometimes his skill doesn't, like, it just goes on cooldown even though you're supposed to have it back. I think that there is just a bug in the game with these cooldown reduction passives. And I think that they need to fix that. I think they fix that, he'll probably go up to at least a 42% win rate, but I don't think it's going to help him a lot because his gimmick is kind of... I think the 2 things they need to do to this character: fix the bug, and then make it so that his skill 3 is truly unavoidable. Like, if you're in the range of his skill 3, you get hit by it. Like, it should not be something that you dodge and then, like, it's not going to hit you anymore. It should not work similar to God Vegeta stuff. God Vegeta stuff will make sense because if you dodge, that baits out the vanish, and God Vegeta literally roots you in place. Like, it makes sense in that case because, like, it actively just, like, prevents you from moving, whereas this is just a setup for another skill to be used. Like, it should not be that you bait out my vanish and then my entire kit falls apart. It should be that even if you vanish, you're getting hit, so you shouldn't be vanishing against this one. But then you can vanish against, like, my other skill to avoid the incoming damage. His ult also needs a buff. His ult's so bad. I think it's his worst skill. Um, I think it's one of the few ults that it makes sense to use it in a fight rather than waiting for boss, because I would rather use all my skills on boss than actually, use it on boss, because like everyone's gonna be there. It reduces your damage if people are there. You need to get your stacks off for it to really do damage, because then it will target a specific person. That's the other thing. It targets one person, but then it doesn't target one person. I don't know. It's so weird. I think that the ult really needs to be redone or fixed or something. Kid Gohan, not many people playing him. Not a very high win rate. That's kind of bad. It's unfortunate, but I understand why. One sec. Deborah is still pretty high. That's pretty cool. I love to see it. Uh, Kid Buu. Kid Buu used to be really high, so I'm not surprised to see him fall pretty low. But I think this is good for him. I think this is where he needs to be. He's still very good. He's just not Krillin. And he's not gonna be Goku Black whenever Goku Black comes out. That character is going to be awful. Fun if you're the one playing him, but not on the receiving end. No, there's a lot of them that make sense. There's some that I was expecting to be a little bit higher, but like I said, inflated pick rates tend to make them be lower. And then there's some that should be higher, but they're not, just because they're more team reliant. Kid Goku is also, or not Kid Goku, Kid Gohan is also one that is very team reliant. So that could also be another reason. But like, I don't know. I feel like you're only picking Kid Gohan if, you have someone on call. So maybe not. But it's interesting. I'm glad that they're giving this out. Uh I think that I think it's interesting to see where the player base is in terms of who they're wanting to play. And in terms of like how successful they are with these characters. I think it helps other people get an idea of where they want to, or what characters they want to play. That's Bulma's up here. Bardock probably should be up there with her, but like I still have him as second best tank. Top 3 DPS, these two, and then her. She could also probably be moved up there, but I just wanted to make it like a 4 stack. Krillin, he's also pretty high, so that makes sense. Baby, you should, like, based on his win rate, should be down here, but that's the same as Frieza 4th form, but I don't think that's true. I think you just need a team. Yeah, Beerus is another one that's up here, but like based on his win rate, like you would think should be down here. But I still think he's carried by top. He enables top a little bit. I do think there's some people that I could have knocked up a little bit, and some people that could have been come down. Like Daima probably could have went down a little bit more. Kid Gohan probably could go down a little bit more. Honestly, probably below hit. But I don't think this is an overall L. I still think that these 4 characters are very good. I would probably put Kefla up 1, though. I do think that she is performing just very well. And probably Bardock as well. Probably switch these 2 as well. But yeah, I don't know. Compared to the tier list, I think that this is still pretty accurate, especially after looking at the win rates. I I hope that they continue to do this. I wish that they would like make it more accessible to everyone. Especially because like you have to be in the creator program, and then once you're in the creator program, like you can get access to it. But like there are people who are much better, bigger channels than I am, and they're not in the creator program. So, but all right, I'm gonna check and see if the patch notes out. If so, I'll talk about that. If not, then well, it seems that they are not out. Um, no, I'm happy to see the game in the state that it's in. I definitely think there are going to be some characters that get some interesting buffs and nerfs tomorrow. I'm hoping that Krillin is among the nerfs, and I'm hoping that Beerus is among the buffs. Um, I'm hoping that we also have other characters that can contend or play against Goku Black. I hope Kid Gohan sees a resurgence. Uh, to kind of play against him. Um, maybe not Ultimate Gohan now that I think about it, but like I don't know. I definitely think they need to do something. Maybe buff Frieza, final form, so that we have something that is a little bit more has a little bit more counterplay to being to a character that can literally just forcibly move you. But but yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.